Gilchrist and Mark Waugh, the two openers normally. Pretty handy man to have coming in this situation, Adam Gilchrist, a good clean hitter of the ball. He's off the mark immediately, replacing Michael Bevan, who was a little unfortunate to be given out caught behind.
There's a couple of decisions certainly going in favour of New Zealand. This one here you can see clearly Michael Bevan hitting the ball into the ground. Beyond that's thinking that that's come off the outside edge. Well, the pressure is not only on the batsman and the fielder, the pressure is also on the umpires at this stage, because they know there will be plenty of appeals.
Yes, it was always going to be a pretty good game, this one. The New Zealanders batted very well at the end of their innings. They're just a little slow at the beginning. I thought they should have got a few more runs, stretched Australia a bit more. Well, this does set things up nicely now. If Australia sneak home here, that'll take them to 6 points, and they'll be assured of a position in the final, although they're pretty well there now. It's down to a battle between New Zealand and India.
Australians need a boundary just to get that runs against balls into the right perspective.
Oh, he's hit that one beautifully. That's way over the top. That's right off the meat of the bat. Well, that was a good over until that ball was bowled. It went from 3 to 9 off the over. 238 for 5.
What a blow. Simon Dewar, when it left his hand, would have reckoned that he was in good shape. He'd beaten Mark Waugh. He saw Mark Waugh coming towards him. He'd bowled him the slower ball. The next thing, it's hitting up against the wrought iron.
Yes, the battle's on in the Kit Cole 6-hit competition as well. Craig McMillan on 3, Tom Moody on 3. That was Mark Waugh's first 6 of the tournament. So prizes to be had here for individual matches, and indeed for the most 6s hit in the competition. Millen and Moody are heading the lists at the moment. There'd have been a Kit Cole Big 6 competition, then Moody might well have won that one today because he hit a huge 6 over mid-wicket. There he is in the back row, quietly enjoying this these final moments now. Steve Rickson in the front row. He doesn't look quite so relaxed. It's slipping away from New Zealand. Oh, he's hit that one hard too. One bounce for 4. Whack. Mark Waugh is enjoying batting down the order here. He really is getting stuck in. Lovely crisp hit that was too.
Picked out the spot. Didn't hit it anywhere near the man at long on. Kept it away from the man at deep forward square. Smashed it straight through mid-wicket. 17 from 21.
Right up in the block hole, back for the second, and a little fumble. That little bit of running, that fast running, puts the extra pressure on the fieldsman. So the situation now looks decidedly better for Australia. 15 of 20. Mark Waugh going really well. Tell you what, those spikes in those markers can be quite dangerous. It looks to me as if he spiked his hand. There's a long spike underneath those markers. You might have to rethink their use, actually. Just watch this. It's the edge that's actually got him. That one going down towards square leg. That's the end of the over. 2:48 for 5. So Australia need 12 runs of 18 balls. Yes, that looks a bit nasty. I'm not too sure that I've ever seen this before, but it just looked to me as if that edge is sharp, and then the problem is, had he knocked it over and fallen on it, look at that spike. I mean, that's the sort of thing that could create some serious damage. He's obviously not very happy with it. Nice hit, one bounce down the ground for a single.
Now that is a problem for Simon Doull. He'll need tetanus injections, all sorts of things.
Gilchrist getting that one away, and have a look at this throw, flat and hard, just a little wide. Just 10 to get now of 16. Don't be surprised if we see another 6 here. Oh, he's caressed that one through the offside. That's a beautiful shot. He just gave that a little bit of room. Hit it beautifully through the offside of the field. You won't see a better shot than this.
That's a wonderful stroke. Precisely what was wanted, just to add a little bit of icing. Now that's the points table. We're moving into the situation where Australia are going to go to 6 and India and New Zealand will be equal on 2. And there is another lovely stroke. Just waited on the slower ball. Doull might be injured. He might have sliced a bit out of his finger, but he's still in there trying absolutely flat out.
May have been 4 actually. His foot may have been touching the rope as he touched the ball. Let's have a look. I think his foot was touching the rope as it was touching the ball. That's an interesting one.
A great stroke again. This is a good partnership by the 2 opening batsmen who have come in down the list.
Yes, and that's it. That straight boundary has won the match for Australia. It seems that the batsmen aren't quite sure that they've got there. So they're having a look around, and someone's saying there were only 2 to get. We've hit a 4. I think that's perhaps what the message was. Well played by Australia, that was. They had a few runs to get today. I think just reflecting on that New Zealand innings a little bit, it just seems to me they needed a few more runs. Sure, the Australians played well, but the New Zealanders was just a little bit slow in the beginning. They fixed their total with some lovely batting at the end. But Australia today, just too good for them. They've won by 5 wickets quite comprehensively.
Not only have they won in that fashion described by Tony Greig, but they've done it with a changed side, a changed bowling order and a changed batting order, and I reckon it's been an absolutely magnificent performance. 2 opening batsmen, Mark Waugh and Adam Gilchrist, coming into the pavilion now with 5 wickets down, an unusual situation, but Steve Waugh and the Australian selectors did the right thing with 1 or 2 little experiments, with the final coming up on Friday. A terrific performance from Australia.
Yes, and they all look in pretty good spirits there. The teams are all shaking hands. The Australians would be pretty happy about it. So there it is, the Australian card. Lehman opened the batting with Martin. They put on a pretty useful partnership. Stephen Waugh came in at number 3, made 32, and then Moody hit some big shots, including one huge 6, made 63 of 74 balls, getting a chance to bat as well. Bevan once again did his stuff, didn't he? 57 of 64, took them right up to within grasp of the game, and then Mark Waugh and Adam Gilchrist finished it off.
Well, I reckon New Zealand would have thought they were in the big chance there when they'd set a target of 260. Needed to bowl well, and they did for most of the time. Simon Dewar 1 for 48. Nash 2 for 39, expensive towards the end when Mark Waugh and Gilchrist got at him. A wicket for 31 for Wiseman, that's from 6 overs. But the Australian side, experiments and all, simply too good on the day and night.